human brain contains around 90 billion neurons. It's the most complex known object in the universe. So-called smart drugs exist to make it even more powerful. And 1 in 5 academics have used them, according to a Nature survey. If you look on the internet, you'll find loads of examples of people who take smart drugs writing about their experiences. I've got some of them here. I went from a C average student to an A+. I wrote 2,000 words in an hour and a half. My senses are sharper, my work is much faster. Now, I'm always putting things off, dreading the big pieces of work that I have to do. If these drugs could help me out on that, I mean, I'm really tempted to try one. So-called smart drugs cover a variety of prescription medicines, originally developed to treat a range of brain disorders. Neuropsychologist Mittal Mehta studies the different effects they have on the brain.
Well, if you think about cognitive enhancers, neurotropics or psychostimulants, these are all terms that you might hear in relation to smart drugs, but they really refer to drugs that are designed to treat people with cognitive impairment, such as Alzheimer's disease, patients with schizophrenia, patients with attention deficit disorder, traumatic brain injury.
What are these drugs doing in the brains of people who actually are healthy?
It might enhance information flow in certain brain systems, stabilising neural activity. And this is one way we think the psychostimulants might work, in the frontal lobes of the brain. Another way they might work is by enhancing the signal-to-noise ratio, so making the signals a bit clearer in the brain.
I didn't realise it, but the use of smart drugs is allegedly quite widespread in the world of academia. Anders Sandberg is a philosopher who studies smart drugs, often under their influence.
My main cognitive enhancer is, of course, caffeine, but I do use modafinil, which is a prescription drug originally intended for narcolepsy, but I'm using it for alertness and sharpening my thinking.
What should people be wary of before taking something like that?
Cognitive enhancers, many of them are stimulants, and of course stimulants tend to raise your blood pressure and improve metabolism and exhaust you. But also you can think about memory enhancers. Well, they affect memory systems. You might learn a little bit too much. You can go a little bit obsessive. So there are always trade-offs. You need to figure out the right drug for the right task.
In sports, performance-enhancing drugs are banned, as we want athletes to compete au naturel. It's the same with exams. Schools and universities want to test your natural ability. So in that context, taking any smart drugs, well, I mean, that's just cheating. At Cambridge University, Barbara Sahakian is looking at the wider social issues surrounding smart drugs.
I've discussed it with student groups, and some of them feel they're being coerced into using them. They feel like they know that other students are using them to get an advantage.
But outside of competitive cleverness, do you think that these drugs could help us to have a better and more productive society?
I mean, first of all, we obviously need to have the safety information, long-term safety information. But when you consider that we do have an aging population and people want to stay at work better, want to function in their own homes for longer and not go into institutionalized care, we may well find that this is very good. We may also find that people are making faster discoveries.